What's going on, everybody? Back at it again this evening, January 1st. Beautiful day. Been raining all morning and it just cleared up, so I thought I'd come out, maybe try to make a video and shoot 10 or 12 hours or so and share with you what helped me out through Clay Hayes, Joel Turner, and the push archery community. Years ago, 2015, I killed a deer in Illinois with a compound, and something was missing. Searched high and low to find out what it was, and finally discovered it through a Sitka challenge video, that how much I used to love to shoot a recurve. And even at 18 years old, I killed a deer with a recurve. I was shooting recurve back when it wasn't cool, but now it has caught on like a wave, and the trad community is growing more than ever. But I want to share with you what helped me out, what I've learned and everything here recently. The push community, Joel Turner, Clay Hayes, all of them, I owe a huge thank you to, mainly because my old recurve I had, it was a Black Widow, old Black Widow HS or something, and it blew up in my face. And I'm not knocking a Black Widow product, that bow was extremely old, but I started searching for different makes, different bowyers, and came across South Cox on YouTube, and I seen how passionate he was about making his stalker line. And actually the bow that he made on his YouTube video, I said, man, I fell in love with it. I bet you I watched that 10 times before I ordered one. But it's the exact same bow, the same woods, everything, Wolverine FXT. But when I got this bow separate from my old school Black Widow HS model, the brace height was extremely different. It ruined me. And I'm not knocking a stalker stick bow, because I'm probably stalker from here on out. The brace heights, why I say the brace heights is because this one, he calls for, I think it's 7 3/4 to 7, or 7 1/4 to 7 3/4 inch brace height. That old one I had, it probably had to be 9-10 inch brace height. It was such a change with traditional with me, that from where I wasn't back here drawing, and I was closer to my hand, being the shorter brace height, that when I was getting back to full draw, or I wasn't even getting back to full draw, I would get about right here and I was letting go. And it all comes down to your mind, or Joel Turner teaches. You really don't think about stuff until people try to explain it, and people with the knowledge can break it down, such as Joel Turner, Clay Hayes, and a lot of the guys in the push community. I haven't attended any courses. I haven't bought any of Joel Turner's Shot IQ courses online. I just listened to what's out there through everybody. Watching Clay Hayes, man, that guy's a mountain of knowledge, and it helped me identify that what I needed to do to become more consistent was to get back to full draw. Joel Turner says to say a word. I don't say a word, I say a little phrase, and that phrase is, don't be a wuss. Because when I start getting full draw, that's when it gets pretty heavy. So I say, don't be a wuss, and I come back past full draw, and I settle in. I take my it's not really probably the accurate anchor points, but I take the corner of my joint, I put it right there on the corner of my jaw. And yeah, that can move around, I get that, but I've been shooting bows long enough that I'm able to establish a firm, solid anchor point. And then my second anchor point, to where I know my pupil is properly aligned, I take my nose and I lay it on my arrow shaft, and I just enough to reach over and kiss it. I mean, that way I know the pressure is the same every time, just enough to come over and kiss it. I'm not pushing harder one time than the next, just enough to kiss it. And just by doing that alone, as long as I have my arrow straight, up and down over the target, my left to center is normally on every time. I want to share with you what has helped me out. I was thankful and blessed enough this year to kill my biggest buck to date. The videos on YouTube, it's just cell phone footage. It's got something like 3,000 views, but it's I'm gonna have a camera next year and I'm gonna start filming my own hunts. But stay with me and I'll shoot. Now the one thing I do, and it's a preventative measure, I shoot one arrow at a time. I'll go get that arrow. I want to think, if that shot went wrong, what I did wrong, I want to replay it in my mind. I'm not that lazy enough that I can't walk 20 yards and get an arrow and walk 20 yards back. It takes 20 seconds. So that's one thing that's really helped me out. I used to get back here and shoot 5, 6, 10 arrows, whatever. With trad, makes you tired real quick. I don't want to get tired. I want accuracy, I want consistency. So that's the one thing that I think has been also a big player. One arrow, shoot one arrow, come back. Shoot one arrow, come back. So give that a shot if you're struggling. I'm not a know-it-all by any means. I want to share with you what's helped me this past summer, what I've learned. So again, I'm going to draw. I'm going to come past my draw length. I'm going to settle in. My knuckles going to hit my jaw. My nose is going to touch my arrow. That's one thing I struggle with, is pull my shoulder back. So I will pull my shoulder back and I will slowly start my back pressure. I had a clicker, could not get the hang of it, and I'm not having something discourage me in this, so I got rid of it. First shot. First shot. And here we go. I got a wore out target. And right there you go. So yeah. One arrow at a time. Think about what went right. Everything went right. So now, yeah, I shoot broadheads. Why? Because that's how I hunt. I hunt with a broadhead. I'm going to shoot with broadhead. Deer season's still in, so in Ohio. But the one thing I do struggle with, I have a tendency to always want to put that arrow on my point of aim, whether it be at 10 yards, 20 yards, 30 yards, whatever. That's what I struggle with, and I don't have any advice to give anybody that has that problem with wanting to put that arrow point on the target every time. I'm still struggling with it. I don't do it every time, but I do struggle with it. But if I can think about that arrow point and my gap, pretty dead on. So all right, I'll share with you shot number 2. And there we go. Slightly high. It was slightly high, but I can deal with that. So again, I wanted to share with you what I've learned. I hope this helps somebody out, just like it's helped me out. But hit that thumbs up and that like button. Helps me out. Hit subscribe. As I always say, doesn't cost a thing and it's free. Helps me out. So just crossed 190 subscribers, which I never thought I'd ever get, but I like to hunt and fish. I film it all, and in fact I bought a board the other day. I'm going to try to make me my own little board bow, because I think it's absolutely phenomenal what Clay Hayes does, making his own bows, his own arrows, and doing it all himself. Man, that looks pretty fun. So thanks again. Everybody have a good New Year, as today is January 1st. God bless. Till next time.